Well, good morning, America. I have to say, this is somewhat reminiscent of days gone by when I would wake up and there'd be a little sand in my eye and it'd be Groundhog's Day and it was time to grab your M1A and head for the front line. And that's just a kind of a mental picture. There's no difference between that and then and now. Different geographical location, but as I've said many times before, and good morning, this is Ramblin' Randy down here in the deep piney woods of East Texas, watching the southern perimeter. Hey, might as well start using the lingo, eh? Because whether you realize it or not, you're dead in the middle of a war. That's right. Make no mistake about it. You could ask about 3/4 of these rioters, they call them, or protesters, whatever they want to do. This is human emotion and human, I want to call it just evil, just bad behavior by humans when they're given the opportunity to do so. I saw it overseas. This is textbook. This is a military tactic to divide and conquer. You've heard that. We did it in Nam. We did it on the wrong side of the Da Nang River in Laos, Cambodia. Go into a village and tell them another village is coming over to kill them. And we've got friends in your village and we don't want to see them die. We know y'all don't have any guns and stuff, but by the way, they're coming tonight. And here's some RPGs, and here's some rifles, and a whole boatload of ammo. And oh, by the way, here's a nice little SUV. And remember, they're coming tonight. What I'd do is I'd get on down there right now and go ahead and wipe them out before they come wipe you out. That's what we're watching here right now, people. They are slowly but surely softening the very perimeter that we have called our constitutional right, Bill of Rights, and the rule of law applied to all. Is that Howie, man? I mean, not Howie Long or whatever his name is, a big football player from years gone by, or is that just a... Anyway, it doesn't really matter for me in my world. It may matter for you if you allow that ink to get on your canvas. Let's stop and look at this a second. I'm about 3 minutes into this video. Let's take a look at what's going on. 90% of those people don't even know George Flores, the guy who was murdered by that cop. The only thing that I can figure is that cop is totally damn insane, or he's in on it. And just like Epstein and bin Laden, he was probably told that he'll slip through the cracks and they'll get him out of there, get a double in there, even if they ice him. And he'll be able to be sitting on the beaches in some race-free environment where he could just stare at white people, I guess, or whatever. I don't know. But boy, when he had his knee on there and he's looking around, I mean, let's don't hash that out again. He was murdered, period. And that set off the whole thing. You see, when they're scanning a society and they're looking for an event, any event, because everything's set up already. Everything's set up to go into motion. All this infrastructure, they have walking orders. Those people that are the agitators, what they call anarchists, they come in and they get inside of the pool, if you will, and they mingle around. Next thing you know, all of a sudden, in an empty car, there's a whole back seat full of bricks right there, maybe some Coke bottles with gasoline in them. They're scattered all around the city. You've already got this stuff set up. You've got your contacts inside that are probably using shortwave radio on a wild frequency that they can't pick up, and they're communicating that way. The leaders will not they will not draw attention to themselves. They'll probably just maybe won't even talk to each other. They're listening in that ear, and they already have predetermined areas that they're going to devastate. Once you go through the front window, then the human emotion of get something for free comes into all the people. They look around and see if anyone's coming. Shit, let me grab myself a Gucci bag, and the game is on. So it is a control of the citizens. Now they say, Black Lives Matter, and obviously they do. But let's just take a look at the element here. When people say, "Oh, our race doesn't do anything bad, this, that, and the other didn't do anything bad," but they're going through the damn windows of stores. They're stealing stuff that has nothing to do with George Flores. Again, people, these are emotional triggers that come up inside of anybody that get fired up, and they're designed to where both sides can get fired up about the same damn thing, but coming from different perspectives. What's this doing? That's creating chaos inside. Well, guess what? What is that up on the hill? Is that a fire up there? No, that's that crew on a white shiny horse going to come down in here and give us the solution. Well, the solution, whether you realize it or not, are solutions that they have chosen for you. And they're no better than the one that you're currently in. It just takes more time to get it back to that point of blowing up. So you have to catch this from within. Really, at this stage of the game, I think if we don't have wheels up, I mean, we've got about very short period of time to go before we hit that point of no return, and we probably passed it. But there's a segment of people in there that if they're smart enough and they team up with the right people that have the knowledge and help that people that have the knowledge and know how to get the numbers of people necessary that we can counter this. And then because I have the plan that would save tens of thousands of people if they have used critical thinking, common sense, and what we call facts to make their decisions, and not some choices or where they're trying to get our attention to go for the solution. Don't buy into any solution that they, quote, they have. It's not going to work. It is going to be a solution that will temporarily put the fire out right here on the front line, but behind it, there is no substance. There's no staying power. You're still in the pan being fried. Okay? You have to grow inside of yourself. You've got to get that fire of Paul Revere inside of yourself, and you've got to mount up, and you've got to ride, and you've got to tell the story. Tell the story that we're teaching here, that people need to listen to the Constitution. This is knowledge. They need to listen to people who understand the rule of law applied to all and how it's being dismantled slowly in the name of security. And you have to believe in the rule of law applied to all. If we can't get people at least to hear that and to listen to a little bit of education, to slightly sway themselves our direction and grow our number, we're toast if we don't do that, people. And the only way people are going to do anything at all is what's in it for me. Because they can get that Gucci bag without having to do anything that's good. They can just go down there and wait for someone to knock a window out for the next ride. Chase riots like storm chasers chase storms to take the little dents out of cars at new car lots, or to sell overinflated generators, to people who are starving and need a generator. Look on the screen here. They're trying to talk to those people. They're trying to kind of get some common ground. That's all fine and good. But let me tell you, after the talking's done, these rational people, possibly rational right here, and the sun goes down, the other element comes out. They don't give a shit. What they're doing right now, they're laid up, they're drunk from their big bounty they took last night. Make no mistake about it, that's what's going on. You're either with us, you're against us. That's the way it is. There isn't any other two ways around it. But from right now, the vantage point that I can offer you is I can help save myself, and, well, let me rephrase that. I can save you, your family, and your close friends and their close friends if they're willing to listen. Nothing moves unless you put gas in the gas tank. Our machine's not going to run unless you put gas in the gas tank. That's energy. That's moolah. That's money. That's your stored blood, sweat, and tears and creativity. You've got to get vested. You got to get vested into this, whether it's a penny or $1 million. You got to get in. You got to get skin in the game. You're not going to go up there most likely and carry a picket sign or infiltrate their crowd like I would love to get a strike force to go up there in plain clothes And then we pick out those people and mark them so that others out there can see. We coordinate with the powers that should be. And then we mark those people. And in the crowds, we mark them. We could even tag their ass with a tracker. I'm serious. It's hard to tag. Whoever breaks the window out, we subtly go by there with our finger. We just tap something on their shoulder and they're tagged. They are tagged. They can run off just like a deer. You know, we can find them. We can track them down. And then that stuff will go away. You know, you get those kids like that picture. I always see that kid goes up to somewhere in Seattle or somewhere, and this kid goes up there, something goes up there and throws this rock toward a window. It didn't break the window, but the way they threw it, immediately I saw this is a rookie. Look at the way that they throw that. Well, it was San Francisco with the little limp throw, you know. And you say, these are kids. Now, if you go up in there, what needs to really happen is they need to go into one of these areas. See all these people right here? These are the instigators. These are the people that, not instigators, these are the scum that come in there and scavenge and steal in the darkness of night. They don't even know George. They just trying to get themselves a new pair of Nikes or God forbid, you know, go into a gun shop. You know, she's... But that's what needs to take place, people. That is what needs to take place. And they need to come into these crowds, and these kids that get, you know, they infiltrate these games, that they play the games on TV. They got all sorts of places kids can go and they can feel clandestine, like they're a part of something covert. And they're going to be changing the world, like the girl stuck the flower in the barrel up at Kent State. How'd that do for you? I don't know. I almost was there, but I didn't make it there. I'm of that era. I lived through this before. So I just want to share these things with you, but there is a way out. I've decided it's going to be sub rosa. You know, what I'm going to do to help people. Some will listen, some won't. So what? Someone else is waiting. I haven't got the time. I have something right here that is the fairest exchange for your value to help you create more value so that you too can buy some of those freeze-dried foods and get fortified and get the things that you need to protect yourself. Most of you hadn't got it and won't get it because you ain't got the money. I've got a way that can get money in your pocket. If you will simply tell us your story and tell other people your story, help us go find people that will have to listen to the Constitution being read to them, some things about the Bill of Rights, and the rule of law applied to all. You'll have to listen to those before I'll make you rich. This is my weapon against the powers that should not be. I can guarantee your success. I can guarantee you $100,000 if you're willing to do the work and get out there like Paul Revere, mount up, ride, go tell the message, pass the message out, tell them your story, tell them to come and listen to our show that we'll have regularly. I'll do the teaching, you do spreading the message, and you'll have that shiny house up on the hill, and you'll help me get tens of thousands of people at least educated. Once we get them educated and we got the numbers and we got the know-how, we can't be stopped. And guess what? Every time you find somebody, there's jingle in your pocket. Jingle in your pocket. Every time that they re-up in our army of eyes and ears every month, you get that same money in your pocket each time. And if you throw some value in to the pool for others to see, like the bridge is out right around the corner. I told you not to go that. I've been there. I've seen that. Don't go that way. Go this way. That's value. You throw that in yourself, even though you're getting rewarded for bringing more people into this and building our group. You'll get rewarded handsomely for adding your content into our pool, because we need that content. We need that information. Only in us can we trust news.com. I have that domain. People, it's time to stand up and be counted. It's time to stand up and be somebody and be someone, like a friend of mine, Hootie there on Twitter, lifelong friend. It's time to stand up, people. Stand up and be counted, and let your energy flow. You might not be able to go to do the fighting, but you can damn sure put a penny, nickel, dime, or quarter in their gas tank to get them there. Can I get an amen out of that? If I can't get an amen out of you on that, please get off this and don't come bother anybody. You're just waiting for someone to break a damn window so you can get something at a disadvantage, unfair exchange of value. That's what's happening. That's all I've got for this Monday morning. I'm sure that we'll have a lot more to talk about soon. Put some comments down there if you happen to be one of the 2 or 3 people that listen to this. Can you imagine that? The actual thing that I could save your life if you help me save this country, and people will not share this with other folks so they can come and join us. That's a sad event. This is Ramblin' Randy, the deep piney woods of East Texas. I'm doing my part. How about you? How about you? You want to see change, or you just sitting there listening to stuff? Listen to all these powerful influencers pour their heart out, and you're not even throwing them a penny. Shame on you. Soon you'll be able to. You're not able to throw them a penny right now because I have the only platform that will pass a penny to someone without charging a fee. Or a nickel, dime, or a quarter, or even $1 or $2. They won't do it without charging a fee. I will. I want to win. I want to save this country. I love this country and the way of life that we've created, and it's being stolen from us by powers that want to level the entire globe so they can control the entire globe. That's not, that dog ain't gonna hunt, at least not on my watch. I'll be a thorn in their ass all the way through. Once a person who has been honestly mistaken all of their life learns the truth, as I did, and starts speaking the real truth, they either cease to be mistaken or they cease to be honest. Remember that. Once a person who has been honestly mistaken all of their life learns the real truth, they either cease to be mistaken or they cease to be honest. I ask you this question today. What say you? Ramblin' Randy, the deep piney woods of East Texas, praying for this country and praying for you. Tell other people to come and subscribe to this channel. Just click that little subscribe button down there and hit the little bell, and you'll know when I'm doing more recordings. And I might can help save your life and your family's life, and all those people that know if you're willing to do a little work. Stay tuned. Ramblin' Randy, we down.